Right, we're going to continue with function composition to create new functions, okay? So now what we're doing is if you're given a g of x and you're given f of x, we are going to first find, let's do it right here, f of g of x. Okay, so what this means is when it's just vague like this and they don't give you an actual number for this x, you're substituting the entire g function into f. Okay, so what that looks like, f of g of x is equal to essentially g of x squared, because that's substituting the x with the g of x minus 1. Okay, and then you keep going. You're actually going to put this entire g of x function right there. So it's going to be the square root of x squared minus 1. And then we simplify. The square root of x squared is just x. And then you have x minus 1. So that is what f of g of x is. Okay, and you can go the other way. You can find g of f of x by taking the entire f function and substituting it in for g. So it would be the square root of f of x minus 1, but f of x is x squared minus 1 minus 1. And this is actually your final answer for this one, because a lot of students think that you can actually simplify the square root of x squared minus 1 into just x minus 1, but that is wrong. You can't do that. Okay, so this would be your final answer. Okay, so let's do another one. Let's hop down over here. Okay, so here's f and h. So let's start with finding, let's do f of h of x. So we're going to put the h function into the f. So it's going to be 15 minus 4 times h of x. But what is h of x? We're actually going to substitute this entire equation. So we get 15 minus 4 times 3/4 x minus 2. And then we simplify. Okay, so I'm going to distribute the 4 in. And a reminder that negative 4 times 3/4, when you're multiplying fractions, that negative 4 can go over 1. And you go straight across. So that's negative 12 over 4. And negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. And I had already written my minus sign. And then a negative 4 times a negative 2 is positive 8. Okay, then 15. Oh, where's my x? Oh, I forgot my x. And then 15 plus 8 is 23. So there's that answer. Okay, and then we can go the other way and do h of f of x, which means you're going to put the f into the h function. So it's going to be 3/4 times f of x minus 2. So 3/4 times 15 minus 4x minus 2. 3/4 times 15, so 3/4 times 15 over 1. Well, we multiply straight across, and 3 times 15 is 45, so this is 45/4. Minus 3/4 times a negative 4 is negative 3x minus 2. And then we can combine our like terms, which is super fun. You guys got to remember fractions. So 45/4 minus 2, we're going to find that common denominator, which is 4th. So 2 is the same as 8/4. So 45 take away 8 is what, 37? So this is 37/4 minus 3x. Good job, team. Let's come down here. All right, you might see other weird functions, and that is actually better because there's not as much simplification when you have like a sign. And last year, it was in the spring, we learned about signs, so you may not be super familiar with it, but that's okay. We can still find h of g of x. You're putting the g function into the h function. So this is going to become sine of g of x. And then we get to just put the g of x function there, and you're actually done. There is nothing more you can simplify here because this 2x plus 5 is inside of sine. Okay, so now if I want to go the other way, g of h of x, you're going to put 2 times h of x plus 5, and my h of x was sine of x. And you're actually done because, again, there's nothing to simplify because sine is just by itself. Good job. Okay, I think I want to do maybe one more up here. Okay, and we're not going to do it both ways. We are just going to do h of g of x because I wanted to bring up a good point here. So we're going to take g of x and we're going to square it, minus 3 times g of x plus 4. So g of x is x plus 1 squared minus 3 times x plus 1 plus 4. Yes, I want you to practice simplifying this. And you have to be careful with this x plus 1 squared. I'm going to do that over here. X plus 1 squared really means x plus 1 times x plus 1. You need to double distribute that. Ooh, Control Z. Can I Control Z on this? Yep. Okay, so we need to double distribute this. So x times x is x squared. X times 1 is 1x, 1 times x is 1x, and 1 times 1 is 1. So this is x squared plus 2x plus 1. So you got to be careful there because if you just square the x and square the 1, you're missing the middle term. So x squared plus 2x plus 1. Now we're going to distribute the negative 3 in, negative 3x minus 3, and then add the 4. Now we have to combine our like terms. So x squared, 2x take away 3x is a negative x. A 1 take away 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 4 is a positive 2. So that is my function composition. Okay, please reach out if you have questions. Have a great day.